TV to show you guys. It's 6:47 a.m., about 17 minutes into the trade session, May 2nd, and we just made some killer trades here on a couple of stocks that we were talking about pre-market, and we were talking about over the weekend between me and Mike about what we're looking to do here on Monday. And those two trades were GPL, which is down about 4.5% currently. You can see this big red move right here, as well as PTX, both stocks that have been making major runs. GPL has been a silver stock, so we've been seeing silver make this massive run. PTX had some news overnight of a guy that bought in, but basically this thing we were looking for a short, and we nailed this thing short, all within 15 minutes. I'll show you my trading screen here. You can see my profit loss today on my Speed Trader short account is plus $1,950. My other account here, you can see I'm up $600. So that's $2,600 within 15 minutes of trading this morning. So just showing you that that's what's possible with the Fous 4 trading strategy. Typically we only do Fous TV for the first hour or two because that's basically when the bulk of all my trades go down, and a lot of those trades only happen within the first 15 to 30 minutes. I'm just going to go over those two trades as well as I'm still short GSL, 5,000 shares. It's still a live trade in action here right now, but I'll go over GPL, PTX, and GSL and tell you exactly why we are shorting these positions, just to give you a little video lesson recap of what we're looking at and what our logic was behind these trades. So first, let's take a look at GPL. This thing has been making a major run. If we look at the stock since 2016, January, down to 50 cents, we've made a massive run. We're all the way up at about $2 per share. And a lot of times what we look for in stocks that I like to short, stocks that are making parabolic moves to the upside. Obviously, you can see GPL has been in a major uptrend. And I like to short stocks up near whole numbers. GPL obviously ripped past $2 last Friday, gapped open over 2 on Friday, and actually had a nice F1 rip, which could have been a nice buy opportunity. F1 is a pattern that we teach in Fous 4 Part 2. If you don't know what the Fous 4 is, it's basically a 15-hour training course teaching you everything I've learned about trading over the last 11 years as having this as my career. But for GPL, I sent Mike a message in our private chat room that we have for me, Mike and Robert, saying, "Yo, man, let's short the hell out of GPL on Monday because this thing is looking like a hot short. It's made a massive run." I was also watching silver this morning. SLV is what I look at here. It's ETF. It was gapping down slightly, so I was hoping to see a pullback on silver. When you're trading stocks that are directly connected to a commodity, you also have to look at the overall trend. For silver, I look at SLV. If you're trading gold, I look at GLD, which is actually back on highs a day here, breaking out. So gold and silver have been making major runs this year. But back to GPL, the pattern I was looking at, we did gap open. I was hoping to see a breakdown below lows of day, and if we get a red to green move, or a green to red move, which is basically a stock that gaps open and starts out the day in the green, once that breaks that barrier of going red, which was actually 216, you can see that here indicated by the yellow line, that's typically when you start seeing some major momentum. And I was hoping to see a pullback towards $2 per share, which is a whole number support level as of right now. I still think there's more downside on this stock, but with my trading strategy, I don't like to have to sit around all day and watch a stock. I don't know what GPL is going to do the rest of the session, but I know by logic that there could definitely be a major move at the open just based off these signals. So I went short in GPL about 221, 10,000 shares. I was hoping to see that low a day crack. I try to anticipate moves. I don't try to follow or chase moves. So I got short there at 221, hoping to see that low a day crack at about 219. And then the second signal there was the green to red crack there at 216. Once this happened, this thing just made this major move all within, these are just 1 minute entry candles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. That's all it took to make $1,500 on GPL. Mike also got it short this stock with me. I got it at 204 and 205, locked in a quick $1,500 on this trade, and now this thing's bouncing back up here towards 215. maybe even coming back to the green territory. So it could still be a potential short on a re-entry. But as far as this getting in and getting out, a 15-minute trade or 7-minute trade, GPO was for $1,500. That's what's possible when you trade these patterns at the open, and that's what we look for. Is just very quick gains to get in and get out of these positions. Same thing on PTX, which is another very quick short here this morning. I believe some guy bought a 5% stake in this stock, which basically, sent this thing flying up 50-60% pre-market. Stocks that come from down at 75 cents, gap over a buck, you're typically going to see some selling pressure out of the gates in the open. Also, what we're looking at here for previous resistance levels here, previous highs here were about 143 on that last major run. We also had the 50-day moving average resistance level here. So we basically came up, popped this morning, retested near those highs, retested the 50-day moving average, got a little spike at the open, looking at the intraday chart. As soon as I started seeing some sellers here, I wanted to see that low a day crack right on that opening candle for 1 minute. I got short, small position, just 5,000 shares. I believe my entry was 124 for 5,000 shares. So once that low a day cracked here at 125, I got in very quickly right at 124. This thing came back down very quickly. I covered for a very quick gain of $600 on this trade. So not a massive trade, but that was 4 minutes, and I was out of this position. I covered at 112 here for a quick $600 gain. So again, 6 minutes on this trade, 7 minutes on GPL. That's already over $2,000 profit on those two stocks within a very, very short amount of time. And then I'm basically done with those trades. I can be done with the day, but I also went short GSL, which I'm still short right now. This was a stock that I actually shorted Friday as well and made some money on. So we'll see what happens. Shippers have been making these massive moves this last week. So all these shipping stocks are likely piles of junk. So they're all going to come back down eventually. The thing is, when you're buying into a stock, you have no idea if this thing's going to rip. But once those stocks have made those massive runs, you can be almost certain that there's going to be a major pullback once those major runs happen. It's just a matter of timing and not getting caught in the short squeeze on those plays. So shorting, you have, the probability, I feel, is much higher than trying to buy into breakouts because you don't know if a stock's going to break out. You can manage risk a lot better because the patterns are easier to follow. But with stocks that have made parabolic moves, you can almost be certain with 100% guarantee that there will be a major pullback after this play. So that's what we've been taking advantage of a lot lately, is these shorting opportunities. And I'm up, $2,000 on one account and up $600. So up $2,600 today on these plays. I'll possibly cover GSL here and lock in this gain. I'll just show you guys what's going on here. So here's GSL. I'm at $450 on it. You can see here my PL daily on my account here is $2,050. So I'm gonna piece my way out of this thing. It's a low liquid stock. I'm on Speed Trader Algo, so I'm charged by per share. So it's, when you're doing this, it's easier to get out on a smaller positions per trade, so you're not spiking the stock. So I'm starting to cover here. 217, going at 1,000 shares at a time. But I'm not spiking the stock. And there you go. See, it's starting to spike here a little bit, 218. All right, so I'm out basically 217 on GSL. Just locked in that gain. So my realized gain here is $2,050. That was between my trades on GPL as well as I trade $600 gain on PTX here this morning. So that's $2,600. It is now 6:57 a.m. A lot of you guys are probably still sleeping out there, and I'm already up $2,600 in the day. So anyways, guys, that's what trading is. Hope you guys are interested in getting started. Thanks for tuning in. This is all live on Fous TV that we run every morning for our elite members to come check us out and watch us trade live. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm out.
They don't even know that I'm hurting. This life's not easy, and I'm made out of steel. Don't forget that I'm human. Don't forget that I'm real. Act like you're